I'm Karen from Countyfairgrounds USA, countyfairgrounds.net. Welcome to today's podcast. Hi, this is Karen. Today we're going to interview Corsets and Cuties.
Hi, Corsets and Cuties. Okay, so I always ask, first, tell me a little bit about your troupe and what it is that you do and how you get started.
Okay, so our troupe is a mix of singers, dancers, aerialists, male, female, everything in between. We feature anybody who has a passion to perform and be on stage. We are body positive and make sure that, we always have that in the forefront of anybody who wants to express themselves. We got started because we are in a theme park town, and there's a lot of people who have a lot of talent here that don't necessarily fit any of the molds for, any of the castings that they typically have around here. Whether you get older, whether you aren't the size anymore that they want you to be, or you just don't fit the princess look, it doesn't discount the talent that you still have. And we wanted to create a showcase for people who still had the need and the want to perform, but didn't necessarily have the stage to do that.
So how many years have Corsets and Cuties been running?
We've been running, we just celebrated our 7-year anniversary. We were doing shows before we were an actual troupe for a festival here in town called the Fringe Festival, and those shows went so well, we wanted to continue performing with each other and have a stage for others to perform in, so that's when the troupe was created.
So how long does a typical performance usually last?
We're about 90 minutes to 2 hours, depending on how many performers and how long the numbers are, that kind of a thing. But it's a full show. We usually start every show with a full group number, and then we have the individual solos. We have a giveaway from our sponsor every show when we come back from intermission, which is always fun for the audience to go home with something, a little treat. And we end it usually with a group number or a big aerial number or something along those lines. That's kind of the wow factor.
Okay, so a typical performance would include how many performers?
No, it's burlesque.
Yeah.
The art of
okay.
the tease. So there's dancers, singers. Now some of the performances, some of the numbers can be comedy. They can be funny. We quite often are the class clowns of burlesque, is what we say. But there's every kind of genre you can fit into burlesque. We've done political numbers, we've done very serious emotional numbers, we've done stuff that's about the social justice that's happening in town, and everything in between. It can be funny, it can be sad, it can make you feel everything. As long as it makes you feel something, we've done our job.
Okay, so I always ask this question: what have been some of your best experiences?
We've gotten to perform for so many different kinds of people. That's really interesting, is to see people who have been to the show for the first time and they want to do it themselves after they see it, which is really kind of inspiring. Or I've performed for people who may have been the first, round of burlesque performers back in the day, quote unquote, who've come up to me after a show and said, I used to do this when I was your age, and you got it, girl. Really fun, compliments from people like that. It's also very empowering to give people their freedom to express what they think is sexy or what they think is important to put out there on the stage.
So have you performed in most of the states? Are there some states that you would like to perform in that you haven't?
Oh gosh, no. We're just Central Florida.
Okay.
We've done, yeah. We're local here in town because we like being a medium-sized fish in the pond. The problem with performing elsewhere is that we have a large troupe. We have 13 members, plus kittens, which are the people who help us with our picking up clothes and tips, and plus a tech and all that. So it's pretty pricey to get to travel around. So we're comfortable here in town and different venues and places and private events that want to hire us out. That's totally fine with us.
Well, you know, County Fairgrounds is national, and you're going to have national exposure, right? You're going to get some calls from, you're going to get some calls from around the country. You might get to perform in another state. Okay, so I always ask this question too. What are some of the worst things that have happened as you've gone along with this?
You know, there's always going to be detractors, especially when you're doing something along the lines of something adult entertainment. You know, there's some people that say that we're glorified strippers, or there's some people that just don't get it. Some people who think that there's a certain image that has to be met by a burlesque performer, and we are working very hard to try and break all of those preconceived notions.
No, I can understand. So, have you ever done anything else besides perform?
Oh, sure. You know, my day job, I work for a wedding florist. So, you know, all day long I'm creating people's big day dreams, you know, making those come true. I've worked in the theme parks doing, you know, acting and stuff, and I've been doing improv for over 20 years. So that kind of led me into doing the MC and producing of the burlesque show.
Now, working for a wedding planner gives you access to all kinds of things, I would think.
Wedding florist, so I get to play with the flowers and the setup and all that. Mm-hmm.
Right, yes. I would think that would help your act a lot, yes.
Yes, very much so, yeah.
You know, so you really have you performed at any fairgrounds?
No, typically with burlesque, it's not something that's going to be family friendly. And fairgrounds are generally, you know, open to the general public. We do have, you know, numbers that are crowd friendly as far as no clothes come off. It's just a, you know, group choreographed number.
Right. I would think so, yes.
Yeah. We have the opportunity to do that with downtown Orlando. We just did an event called Immerse Orlando, and that's where random streets are closed in downtown Orlando. Stages are set up in the middle of them. So we perform for everybody who's, you know, downtown Orlando. So that was really fun.
Do you handle the choreography?
We actually kind of do it as a group project, depending on what song we're doing and who gets inspired by it. And if there's a suggestion from somebody of a number they really are, you know, interested in, you know, I have my performers come to me with ideas, and then we work through it all together. Or if I have a very strong opinion or idea for a group number, I'll be like, okay, this is kind of how I want it to look. How do we get it there? So we're very much collaborative in that aspect of the group numbers.
Do you have anything more that you want to add? Because I think you'll get some phone calls from this. So
I love that.
Is there anything else you want to say?
We're looking forward to the Orlando Fringe Festival, which will be in the spring. That's kind of what was our goal to start with, is to be able to perform for the Fringe, because that's a festival in town that's non-juried and non-judged. So anybody can perform there. And we enjoy, you know, meeting new people and bringing a new audience into the world of burlesque and showing them it's not something that you have to be embarrassed by or something that you need to be scared of. The most important thing for us is for the audience to have a good damn time.
Good. That's what entertainment's all about.
Exactly.
Okay. I have really enjoyed talking to you, and we'll get this up and we'll see where it goes. Okay? Thank you, Jane.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the call.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.